We're in Amish country in Arthur, Illinois. Next to me, I have an Amish buggy. Now these guys, they don't use cars, they don't use most modern technology, but I brought a McLaren 720S with a body kit on it. We're gonna be driving Amish people inside of this car.
And since they only use horse and cart, this supercar is gonna blow their mind. I'll get an inside look at the Amish community.
Are these just rocks?
Potatoes.
Oh, potatoes.
All while learning about why some Amish orders, such as the Schwarzentrooper, even refuse to use indoor plumbing. This is Arthur, Illinois, a small Amish community about 3 hours south of Chicago, and it's home to over 2,000 Amish families. This community has been around since 1865, starting with just a few families. Today, it's grown to more than 6,500 members. There are a variety of different Amish communities, but the main ones are the big three. It's the Schwarzentrooper, which are the most old-fashioned, the Old Order, which are somewhere in the middle, and the New Order, which even use electricity. Pretty modern. But who are the Amish? Their story begins in the late 1600s with Jacob Amann, a Swiss Anabaptist. Amann's leadership in Switzerland and eastern France led to the formation of the Amish, a branch of Anabaptism, and all Amish communities today are descended from this group, rejecting war, materialism, and modern excess. Their idea was living a faster lifestyle would take them away from God. They first came to America in search of religious freedom, settling in Pennsylvania in the 17th century before spreading to states like Illinois. The Amish way of life is like literally the opposite of what I'm used to in Dubai. No skyscrapers, no cars. It'll be like going back in time.
All right, so I know what you guys are wondering. How did we even get access to this? You know, if they don't use the internet or electricity and we're all the way out in Dubai, how is this even possible? Well, there's an author named Lizzie who used to be part of one of the strictest community in the Amish, and we're about to meet her and learn a little bit more.
Now this is Lizzie. Lizzie fled the Schwarzentrooper Amish lifestyle at 19 and hasn't looked back. Known to be the most conservative branch, members of the Schwarzentrooper Amish community do not use any indoor plumbing, any forms of electricity, and their clothes need to be non-colorful. So you can imagine I was pretty keen to discover more about the Amish and be introduced to the family that we're meeting today.
How are you doing?
Good, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, I'm excited. So you're gonna kind of introduce me to an Amish family here in the outskirts of Chicago. And before I even show anyone the McLaren, I want to kind of figure out a little bit more about how all of this works.
There's two kids I'm going to introduce you to that are in Rumspringa, which basically means they're out in the world, like trying to decide whether or not they want to be in the modern world or if they want to stay Amish.
Rumspringa, or loose translation, time for running around, begins around age 16. During this period, the Amish youth gain more independence from their parents and are not yet bound by church rules since they're unbaptized. Rumspringa normally lasts 2 years, but it can go on as long as they want until the youth decides to join the church or leave the community. While many stick to traditional Amish ways, some explore more modern activities like driving cars, watching movies, or wearing non-Amish clothes.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Ruby.
Hi, I'm Sergi.
I'm Jelena. I'm Rose.
Jesse. Nice to meet you. Okay, so there's a lot that I want to know about you guys. First of all, what subgroup are you in the Amish community?
We would be considered of the Old Order Amish.
Okay, so it's called an order. And how does the Old Order Amish differ from the group that you were a part of?
They're a lot more modern. So like even their buggy is a lot more modern than where I'm from, and you guys have indoor plumbing and you use gas for certain things inside, right? Refrigerators.
Oh, so you have fridges.
Yeah, they have refrigerators, but like where I'm from, we didn't have any of that stuff.
So you guys have electricity in
No,
house?
ours would be propane.
Propane, yeah.
Propane
They run it off of
refrigerators.
propane.
Wow, okay. And you guys had no propane?
No.
That. Okay.
No.
You know, because you guys are in a community that's surrounded by cars, what is kind of the reason for not using anything like cars?
The reason for not using cars is to be or live a slower lifestyle, not so busy, or to be separate from the world, we could say.
Okay.
And so that's why our transportation is horse and buggies or bicycles. However, if we do need to go somewhere that requires a car, we have people we can call for that.
Okay.
They're called taxi drivers.
Okay.
Amish
Yeah.
Ubers.
Really?
Yeah.
And how do you contact them?
By phone. Most Amish families have phones on their property. Back in the day, like when I was a young girl, there was phones, but they were in neighborhoods where maybe 6 to 10 families shared one phone. They had to go to this certain
Like a
spot
phone
where
shack.
the phone shack was. But now over the years, it's gotten progressed more that now that every family has a phone on their property, you don't have to go to the neighbor to use the phone.
Okay. Do you think that cars will ever be a part of the Amish community or never?
Oh, probably not of the old order.
Okay.
They are somewhat of the new order. They would have electricity in their houses, they have the cell phones, but they still dress plainly, wear the head coverings.
Okay.
See, we call you guys the English people.
All the English people.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So
We're the English people. Okay.
we're very familiar with how you guys live and what you do, and we understand that, and that's just your way of lifestyle. This is our way of lifestyle.
Now, as I slowly learned about their way of life, I couldn't help but wonder, how will they react when they meet the McLaren?
Have you guys ever seen a McLaren? Okay.
My thing is, why would people spend that much money on a car? I mean,
That's a good question.
my
So,
husband collects tractors,
tractors. That's literally.
Massey Ferguson tractors.
Hi,
Well, Larry.
Larry. I'm Sergi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So you collect tractors.
I do.
Okay. So where are the tractors?
They're on my farm at home.
Okay. So you're like a car collector, but for tractors.
Yeah. Okay.
Much smaller scale.
So how many tractors do you have?
Right now we've got 7.
7 tractors.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess they also aren't extremely fast, so they do kind of fit in with that slow lifestyle. Okay. So how do you guys get around?
We drive horse and buggies,
Okay.
typically.
This is it. I was about to explore the most iconic symbol of Amish life, the buggy.
Here it is.
Wow, this is fancy compared to what I.
Yeah, this is like the Rolls-Royce version of
Yeah,
a buggy.
yeah.
So let's have a look around. So this is electricity, the lights. So what happened?
That's ran off of a 12-volt battery.
Okay.
Lights are.
Oh, you have a sliding door. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
So you actually there's a nice interior here. Like this is actually nice. Can I get inside?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Where do I grab onto? It's just here.
Yeah.
Where's the handle? Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, the suspension is amazing.
Look, they even have a little shelf there.
So who sells these buggies? You guys didn't make them, right? You bought them.
No, there's buggy factories around or companies that make the buggies.
Okay, how much does this buggy cost?
A brand new one that size nowadays, 10, 12,000, something like that.
That's not cheap.
And this is what they call a little buggy. They make the big buggies with another seat behind that one. Yeah.
I feel like you can off-road with this. You know, hit the sand. Have you guys ever flipped a buggy?
It's happened already. Yeah.
Yeah?
If you go in the ditch.
So how about car insurance? Because if you crash your horse and buggy into a car, your insurance isn't going to cover it, right? You have to pay for the
there
car.
is no insurance.
The Amish have their own
Liability.
have their own church insurance.
A church insurance.
Yeah, like if there's an accident or whatever, the whole church or the whole community would come together and help pay for the
Well,
accident.
what if you crash into a Lamborghini? It's like $1 million.
I
That
guess-
church
I guess
is going to
that'd
have a
be-
tough time if you crash into a Lambo.
Yeah.
Now it was time for me to swap horsepower for something that is horse-powered. And I could not wait.
Let's do it. Okay.
Go ahead and jump on that.
All right. See ya. Do you enjoy your room stringer, or do you enjoy just life back home?
There's certain things about the room springer that I enjoy more for long driving the vehicle.
Yeah.
Faster, yeah, more fun.
Hey, this is different. I've driven supercars, hypercars, concept cars. This is definitely a first. So we're gonna actually hit the road now. I gotta admit, I'm a little bit nervous about the trucks. There's some pretty big trucks coming. The horses don't get scared?
Yeah, not usually. There's some up there.
Okay. He told me some horses can reverse, but some can't.
After taking a ride in this slow Amish buggy, I could not wait to return the favor with a spin in the ultra-fast McLaren.
That's unlike anything that I've done before, but it's fun. One thing I have to repeat is the suspension to me is completely unexpected. I thought it'd be a lot more stiff, you know, but it's like soft in here, you know? It's a luxurious ride. It's nice.
After my buggy ride, Rose gave me a tour of the farm, and this was very different to what I was used to.
Yeah, I want to see everything. I want to see everything.
The milk house?
The what?
The milk house? It's called a milk house.
Oh, the milk house.
Yeah.
They put the cows in here?
No.
Oh, they put the milk house.
When you after you milk the cows, you bring the milk in here to keep it cool because it's cooler in here. You can tell.
Okay. Are all these horses yours? Yeah. You have all these horses?
Uh-huh.
Horses must eat a ton of food, right? It must be.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So, it like sounds really pricey. Oh my God, what are these bones? What is this?
That's a chicken bone. Yeah.
Because you feed them pieces of chicken. Okay. Thought you're gonna show me an Amish ritual or something, you know, like sacrificing something.
This is the last film primitive, isn't it?
Why do you have so many horses though?
They're Amish. Yeah.
We just love horses.
But you have like how many? Like 20 horses?
There's 3 up here, and there's probably 11 or 12 up in the pasture.
But what do you do with all of them?
Drive them, ride them.
Oh, so it's like just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. Are these just rocks?
Potatoes.
Oh, potatoes. So let's see
We can
more.
go back this way.
Yeah. Lizzie, did you have something similar?
There's similarities.
Does every Amish family have a ton of horses?
We also have like 15 cows to milk.
The reason for having 15 horses is just because you like horses.
Just Amish way, yeah.
We only had horses for farming because
Okay.
we use them to run all our farm machinery.
Okay.
You guys want to go feed the cows?
Yeah. Yeah, what is this?
Feed for the cows.
Okay.
Let's pull it up. Not too hard. Go slowly. Make sure
Okay.
you're level with the bucket. Go now. Open it a little wider. Now watch when your bucket gets full. You have to shut it.
There it is.
Is that fun?
Oh, crap.
You got it?
I'm learning through experience, yeah. Okay. We got to go all the way there?
Yeah, you're fine.
I feel kind of safe around them, but it is pretty intimidating. That's a lot of cows.
You don't trust the bull?
That's the bull, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. All right. Lunchtime.
Scatter it all the way.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Giving the cows what they want. There it is. First time doing that.
After touring the farm, I now wanted to learn even more about Amish culture. And since I was able to meet them in person, I wanted to ask Lizzie specifically about the Schwarzentrooper Amish, which we wouldn't get to film. The subgroup which Lizzie fled when she was just a teenager.
Right, so you were part of the strictest community in the Amish world and you escaped. So what happened? What made you escape? How did you do it?
Yeah, so when I was 17, my twin and I ran away for a couple days, and then she wanted to go back. We went back, and at that point in time, I knew that I was not going to stay there. I was going to leave again. So it took me 2 years, and 2 years later, I was dating a guy from New York. I was in Ohio, and one day he wrote me a note and dropped it in the mailbox, and he said, "Hey, I ran away. If you want to leave, please come by tonight. I'll come by tonight at 10 p.m. and pick you up." And I snapped my fingers and I said I'm leaving. And that night I climbed out onto a roof, 15-foot roof, sat there, contemplated that for about 30 minutes. And finally I took a deep breath and I jumped and I ran away and I never looked back.
That's crazy though. So what was your first reaction to the outside world?
That it was much bigger than I ever anticipated.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not just a state or a country, you know, you have the entire other half of the,
Yeah.
you know, planet. So
It wasn't until after I left that I realized how sheltered I actually was.
I recognize that. You have a ball? Let's see it. Amish ball. Show me what you got. Oh, okay. So you have home field advantage. Uh-oh. I think this is where I lose. Still in. Oh. Oh man. Oh man, you just keep drilling him.
Okay, I was not expecting that from Rose. That's some untapped Amish talent right there. I'm a huge fan of garage tours, and I've seen some epic vehicles, including the McLaren that they're gonna get to drive later. But was I ready for this?
All right, this is the Amish garage tour. Wow, okay.
It's a pretty much similar buggy than what you toured, but it just has your extra seat in there.
No, but this is the big boy.
Extra. Yep.
2 rows.
Yep, this is for the family.
Okay.
But it's pretty much designed, everything's same.
Yeah.
You
You
know.
guys need to work on the aerodynamics because it's very flat. If you guys had it more rounded, you could get more, less wind resistance.
Less wind,
You
okay.
need to make like a,
And this one here is my grandpa's. It's
Okay.
just a simple buggy, same as what you toured.
What about if it snows? You guys have like snow spikes?
No, these
No?
handle it pretty good.
Just slipping and sliding?
Yep.
After seeing how the Amish live a simpler, slower life, I wanted to speak to Rose, asking about her experience so far on Rumspringa.
What was the most memorable experience so far in Rumspringa? There has to have been
We weren't allowed
something.
to have phones or anything like before we were. So now, once we're in Rumspringa, we can have smartphones.
So how was your first time experiencing a smartphone?
I was pretty familiar with it because I had cousins that had one. Before,
Okay.
So I was pretty familiar with it.
Do you like use Instagram and stuff? Okay.
Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
Snapchat.
But then if you go back, you gotta just delete all that.
Right.
Okay. So there's no limits when you do Rumspringa. You can do whatever you want,
Right.
as long as it's legal.
Yeah,
Okay.
as long as it's legal.
Okay. And what's your favorite part of society outside of the Amish world?
Driving.
Driving a car.
I mean, it's a lot easier to get around.
Have you tried any crazy food for Rumspringa? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah? Like what?
Like Chinese,
Yeah.
sushi.
What do you think about sushi?
It was really good.
Yeah?
I like it.
Okay, that's a pretty kind of risky
Yeah.
flavor for people who haven't tried it.
Have you had any Amish food?
What's Amish food?
You want to go check it out?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure what I was expecting, but their kitchen definitely surprised me. It had a much more modern vibe than I thought it would. Still simple, but way more up to date than I imagined. Mainly because of the electricity, which I think is something that everybody gets wrong.
All right, so.
So have you ever had mashed potatoes before?
I have. Is that patented by the Amish?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
It's just a very common food that we
Okay.
do.
So when we hopped inside, the first thing I saw was all these lights, and I was a little bit confused. The old order has these lights, but they're not powered. It's not straight up electricity. It's
No.
used by like a battery?
They're battery powered,
Battery
like
powered.
a Milwaukee tool battery.
Okay. So if it's battery powered, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the new order can use electricity straight up, but then the Schwarzentrooper, they don't use any electricity whatsoever. So I think that's the perception most people on the outside have, is that, there would be zero artificial light in here.
Turns out the Amish use battery-powered and solar lights because it lets them stay connected to their way of life while still being practical.
I mean, Lizzie, so compared to what you were experiencing, this is kind of like, it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, this is a lot more modern.
Yeah.
In order to heat up a stove for us, we had to use a wood-burning stove. So we'd have to put wood in the stove,
Oh, yeah.
heat it up, and then cook our food on top of that.
Okay, so let's do a silent prayer, which is customary in the Amish household before we eat. So we'll bow our heads and ask the blessings of the food.
Okay, food's ready. Grab your plates and help yourself.
All right.
Over here's the food.
Oh, this looks good. Mashed potatoes. Okay. All right. Well, I'm excited.
This is apple butter and strawberry jam for your
Okay.
bread.
That's actually very good. That is very good. Have you guys ever been on a flight?
So typically the Amish aren't allowed to fly.
Yeah.
It's just to keep and lead a more simple lifestyle.
Yeah.
Anymore, though, these days they are saying that we can in emergency situations.
One thing I wanted to ask is, what do you guys think are some of the misconceptions of Amish people for people in the outside world? You know, what do you think that they think
About us,
Yeah,
that's not true.
That's not true, yeah.
I guess the first thing that comes to my mind is a lot of people from the outside world feel like we're perfect. Like we don't make any mistakes, there's no bad things happening at all. And that's not the case. We're human just like anyone else, and we have our good people and our bad people.
I think that the misconception that I had was that everyone that was Amish was using, you know, like candles inside the house.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's what I was going to say is what you see
On TV.
on YouTube, TV channels, that is not the portray of the Amish.
thank you guys so much for the hospitality, the food, everything's been amazing. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. The car's outside, so if you guys are ready to go, we're gonna start kind of going one by one. We can drive around. What do you guys think? Yeah? All right, car's outside. We have people holding the tarp down. So, guys, the car's ready. You guys want to come see it? Yeah. All right, let's have a look. It's covered up, so you're gonna get a sneak peek of the shape, but I'm gonna reveal it in a second. All right, you guys can come like here. Little sneak peek. Let's reveal it. Ready? All right. I think this is like a clash of two worlds. How do you feel about this?
Really low to the ground and sleek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This would be hard maybe in some terrain.
Yeah, and hard for older people to get into.
Yeah, I'm telling you that. Yeah, your buggies have better suspension than this. I'm telling you. Okay, so who wants to try to open the door? You want to try?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Go for it. Try to get the door open.
I don't know. Jesse, you try it.
The Amish folks were definitely struggling with the McLaren door. I don't blame them. A lot of people would, to be honest. I mean, it's not your average car. But I could tell they were kind of thinking, how do you get into this thing? Why would they make it so complicated? Good questions from McLaren.
That is wrong.
That's wrong.
That is wrong. You guys were on the right track. It's actually right there.
Oh, okay.
And just you can press it. And then pull it up. There it is. Butterfly doors. We'll open it up. I'm gonna turn it on and let them hear it for the first time.
And they were even more intrigued when they heard how loud the McLaren could get.
Okay, 1 second. It's pretty fast. But I'm gonna drive you guys around. Who wants to go first? Yeah?
First up was Jesse. He's on Rumspringa just like Rose, so I decided to give him a super fast ride. We even caught a little bit of a drift when we launched.
This could be a rear wheel. Okay, 1 second. You good? Did you feel the drift?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. It brakes so fast, like if I want to, I can.
I've noticed. Damn.
Next! Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, man.
And next was Rose. I didn't hold back on her either. I tried to give him the full experience by accelerating but also stomping on the brakes so they could realize how fast this thing can also stop.
For like an Amish person, is this even like impressive at all? Is it just like, it's a cool car, but whatever?
No, it's impressive, yeah.
Yeah?
I've always dreamed of riding this one.
There's a buggy at the end. Do you know everyone in town? Like, do you know who this person is?
Maybe. I don't know. I
If
don't
they
know
see you, if
every.
they see you, will you get in trouble?
No, no, no. I'm on.
What happens in Rose Springer stays in Rose Springer.
Yep. It's still a lot faster than the next.
Yeah. By the way, this is much, much louder from the outside. What do you think of the inside?
It's cool. It's really cool.
All right, well, how'd you like it?
I loved it.
Yeah?
Thanks a lot.
Honestly, visiting the Amish community was such a cool experience. It totally flipped what I thought I knew about their way of life, and I literally stayed behind after the video just to learn more about them and ask some questions. I thought it was fascinating. Honestly, I had an amazing time with them. They were super nice, super friendly, and it really made me think, slowing down and appreciating the little things in life isn't really a bad idea.